Now the other fittings that we can have with these, after we got our coupler on it and so on, we're heading down the line, sometimes we might want to make a turn. So if we're going to make a turn in the line, we use an elbow. And this elbow is made so that it can turn left or it can turn right. They simply let the band and latch swivel on it, so it can turn either way. And that'll give us a 90-degree turn. So that would be an elbow. We also have the ability to buy these at 45-degree angles off the shelf. If you want a special angle, if you have a field that has a special need, they can be fabricated at any degree that you prefer. But right off the shelf, you can buy them direct from the manufacturer, 90 and 45 degrees. Sometimes we might want to put a T in the line. And so we want to go down and then go branch two ways. This is an NT. Again, the band and latch, gasketed couplers, welded together in an NT. So this would go right into, and we could tee right off this opener if we wanted. Insert that thing right in there and go that way. Now all of a sudden we've created a T out of the opener. That would be what we call an NT because it comes in and the pipe tees both directions. They also make a side tee. I don't have a sample of a side tee, but this part would be on this end. This part would be over here. These two pieces would just interchange so that you could be going in line and then shoot a piece off to the side. So they do make another style of tee called a side tee, an NT and a side tee. Now at the end of the line, we got to plug the line off. So we use an end plug. Inserts into the last coupler, and water goes nowhere. That's the end of it. It's just a coupler that's been cut off, and they welded an end cap on it. Again, all these fittings are galvanized. Gives them very long life, and can withstand a lot of different corrosive materials because we're going to be pumping oftentimes chemicals through the water, and so the galvanizing will help defer the corrosion and erosion of the metal underneath it by purging the zinc and the galvanizing instead of eating through the steel that is underneath the galvanized coating. Because all this is steel pipe that's been formed into fittings. Sometimes there's a press isn't available, and so you can have couplers that simply clamp on to the pipe. And in some areas of the country, it happens to be, they're a little more expensive, but this just slides onto the pipe if the pipe were round. And then we would just tighten down the two bolts, and it would compression fit right down onto the pipe, and that would then be a clamp-on fitting. And it has a gasket on the backside, so they can't leak back through the pipe backwards, and then it has a gasket where you insert the next hand line into it. So there's two chevron gaskets working in this coupler. A little bit more expensive, not quite as stable as the press-in fitting, but obviously pretty flexible. You can remove this, go put it on another. If you get a piece of pipe ruined, all you need is a wrench, and you're in business. You can create a new piece of hand line real quick. Undo the bolts, move it to another piece of pipe, clamp it back on, and you're in business again. Now here's where that little round latch, this is a Wade Manufacturing makes this one. Is that round latch floating around out there? I'm going to pass it forward. So this is this latch is a ball latch. And so this would be on the pipe coming in, and it would simply catch in like this and get hooked with the ball. Just another style, another manufacturer's way of doing it. And then to remove it, you simply push the pipe back into the coupler. See how it rides up? That ball, when you push it that way, it rides up, and then you just lift it out. So it's a pretty handy process. To put it on, that thing comes in, slides up, catches. To remove it, you push the pipe back toward the previous pipe, rides up, turn it sideways, and lift it off. So it's a quick disconnect process. Have I covered the full gamut on our list for hand lines? Have I missed anything? We've caught all the pieces. Okay.